Hello, folks. Welcome back to The Slice. I'm Stephen Boughton. We're checking in on the ATP because there's been a couple big things happening. Roger Federer is playing Stefanos Tsitsipas in the final of Dubai, if you haven't heard. And Rafael Nadal and Nick Kyrgios had a bit of tension at the end of their blockbuster matchup, which went Kyrgios' way. So we're going to check in on all that and see what's going on this episode of The Slice.
Welcome to The Slice.
Hi guys, welcome to The Slice.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you're new here and you haven't heard, The Slice is going to Miami. We got a press pass to the Miami Open, the second part of the Sunshine Double. So I'm so stoked to go, and thank you for watching. If you want to help support me get there, because it costs a bit of money, obviously, I have an extra show called The Front Row. So the Slice Front Row. It happens every second week where we go in depth about topics that you guys suggest. We do giveaways, and we just get real into it. It's $4 a month over on Patreon. Click the link below to sign up for it. Thank you for that, and hit the subscribe button. But let's get into what's going on, because we got Federer, Tsitsipas in the final of Dubai, and it's lit. It's a rematch of their fourth-round matchup in the Australian Open that obviously went Tsitsipas's way. It was a massive upset, a huge turning point, I think, in Tsitsipas's career going forward, marking how great he's going to be. I think Dubai is going to be a different beast, though, because what I've seen throughout the tournament is Federer starting slow in his matches. His first two were three-setters against some tough players, old pros, Kohlschreiber and Verdasco. Then he played a young gun named Martin Fucsovics. I don't know how to say that, where he won in two sets, but it was tight. He didn't play his best. But then he played Borna Coric, who beat him twice last year. So definitely a tough opponent. But Federer schooled him 6-2, 6-2, and he really seemed to find his form and start clicking. And when that happens, it's obviously extremely scary. He hit some amazing kind of vintage Federer shots, and I think that he really hit his stride. So I would say that he's peaking at this point in the tournament, which is not good if you're Tsitsipas, because peaking Federer on a fast, dry, hard court like this one is in Dubai is exactly where you don't want to be, playing Federer on the other side of the court. So Stefanos Tsitsipas has kind of had less clean matches the whole tournament. I think he's only had one straight set win, but he's obviously could just turn it on this last match. But I still think Federer is having the advantage in this match, especially because it's only a two-set match. Now, historically, against when the big three were playing other guys, you would say if it's a two-setter, the other guys have more chance to win than they would in a Grand Slam, because that's just, you got to win three sets instead of two against one of the greatest players of all time, which is obviously harder to do. But I think in this case, the two sets actually advantages Federer, because Federer now, he's 37. He's turning 38 this year. I think he's such a fast starter. If he gets off to a fast start, which by all accounts in his last showing against Coric, we think he should, I think it'll be over so quick if he gets really going that Tsitsipas will have a hard time getting confident and getting his teeth into the match. I think Tsitsipas felt confident when he started to get his teeth into the match in the second set of their match in the fourth round. It's because he's like, well, we got a lot more tennis to play, and I'm younger, and I can run. I feel like that's his mentality. And this matchup, it's not going to be the same. So I think Federer's got the big advantage here, and I think he's going to win in two sets. That is my prediction. So let me know what you think and why you think that's going to happen. In other news, in Acapulco down in Mexico, Nick Kyrgios, and this happened a couple days ago, but Nick Kyrgios and Nadal played in the second round, and that was like sick matchup because Kyrgios has been injured, so his ranking's fallen. But they played a match, and the whole match went along, and it looked like Kyrgios might pull out. Nadal won the first set. And then Nadal had 3 set match points, and Kyrgios saved each one of them. And I was watching this just on the highlights, but I was mind blown because I didn't know who won. And then Kyrgios gets 1 match point and wins it. Just crazy tennis, blockbuster match. The crowd was super into it, and pro Rafa against Kyrgios. Kyrgios falls down, gets psyched up, which is sweet to see. And then at the handshake, though, Rafa gives him the saltiest handshake I've seen, I think, Rafa ever gave. He walked around the net, shook the umpire's hand, and then just kind of gave Kyrgios a pat and just didn't even look at him, just went to the bench. And that was pretty crazy to see. And then afterwards, Kyrgios is telling that he's trying to hear it from the crowd. He's giving it to him. They're giving it back. It was kind of a great scene to see. This handshake by Rafa reminded me of when Roger Federer gave Kyrgios a salty handshake. I think in Miami 2017 or 2018, when Kyrgios smashed a racket on the way to the net after losing a match where he felt like he got it roughed by the crowd, and Federer kind of just grabbed his hand and pulled him in, and it was like a little bit of a bro moment. I feel like Kyrgios kind of got put off by that. Maybe Kyrgios respects Federer more than Nadal. I don't know, but it was similar times. And it seems like the GOATs ain't giving Kyrgios much love when they think he's acting up. But I don't think he really cares. So that's all good. But Rafa had some words for Kyrgios after, which is not really that normal. Rafa said he lacks respect for the public, the rival, and towards himself. Which, in some cases of all three of those things is probably a little bit true. But you never really hear things like that coming from Rafa, who I've heard from multiple sources is like one of the biggest sweethearts on tour. He's such a nice guy. But I have seen Rafa have beef with different players throughout the years who he feels he didn't get respect from, like Robin Soderling or Lucas Ralsall. You guys remember that guy who beat him at Wimbledon? Anyways, some serious saltiness there. Let me know what you think of it. What Kyrgios said in response to that is, I'm different. Rafa's different. He can focus on what he needs to do. He doesn't know me, and he doesn't know what I've gone through. So I think in classic Kyrgios form, Nick is like, I don't care what these guys say about me. I'm done trying to please the fans and the media. I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to do me and let the chips fall where they may. I think that's a good plan for Kyrgios because when he plays his best tennis and plays his way, he can beat pretty much anyone in the world. But he's obviously got to string it together. But for all the people who are out there chirping him in the comment sections and saying this is why you're 70th in the world, bro, like it's because he's been injured. Everyone knows that he's a top 10 talent, and I think he's on his way back up there if he keeps playing like this, for sure. Because he beat Stanislas Wawrinka, and now I don't know who's playing now, or I forget who's playing now, but he's in the semifinals of Acapulco, which is a great step in his comeback. So, yeah, I'm taking Federer over Tsitsipas in the Dubai final, and Acapulco is heating up as well. Cameron Norrie in the semifinals. Who's that? I don't know, another English guy. Big ballers coming up. English players are playing well these days. But anyways, that's been The Slice. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to support us, help me get to Miami, sign up for Front Row. If you didn't know, the Front Row show is a show that I do every second week, and it covers the last 2 weeks of the ATP. This upcoming one, we're doing a draw breakdown of Indian Wells. It's going to get really in-depth. You guys ask questions before I do the show, and then I answer them on the show. You suggest the topics I talk about. We get really into it. And there's a draw giveaway every show where you can get a t-shirt. So you can sign up for $4 a month. That gives you all access, and $10 a month gives you a shirt, a Slice t-shirt, or any new ones that we're bringing sent straight to your house, which is worth more than $10. But it's just a thank you for signing up and supporting The Slice. So that's how you guys can get more involved with us and what we're doing here. We're going to be in Miami. I am so psyched. So get ready for lots more videos coming your way. And thank you for sticking with us. Thanks for watching, folks. This has been The Slice. Sign up for Front Row down below. Click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video that's going to make you a better tennis fan.